What's the difference between the teeth on a jigsaw blade? Whether you're a woodworker or a home repair guy, chances are you have a jigsaw, whether it be a cordless one like this Ryobi or a corded one like this Bosch. And chances are also likely that you're going to have to replace the blade on it. But which one do you use and which for which job? In this video, we're going to answer that very question. Which blade is right for your job? This is an assortment of Diablo jigsaw blades, and blades are measured in teeth per inch. That is the TPI number. This set has 13 TPI, 10 TPI, 20 TPI, or 6 TPI. The 6 TPI, that's for rougher cut. The mid-range is 10 TPI, and the finer cut is going to be 20 TPI. This set also has reverse cut. I'll explain why you need that in a second. It also has general purpose blades included, as well as blades specifically for cutting metal. In this video, we're going to test 10, 6, and 20 TPI on this 3/4 inch piece of plywood. Now these jigsaw blades are T-shank. You can tell by the cute little T shape on there. This is as opposed to a U-shank, which is a different type of blade. We'll get into that in a different video. Now the T-shank has a collar that it inserts in. Like for this Ryobi, you just bring back the collar and you insert the T with the teeth facing out. And then release that collar and it locks into place. This is by far the easiest type of blade replacement or blade installation you find on any jigsaw on the market. And it's so clever that even when you're done with the dull blade or cracked blade, it launches it out of there. But then you have the old Bosch. You can see from the bottom of the old Bosch that there's a crosshatch in that ring right there. For that, I have to put the blade in sideways at a 90-degree angle and rotate it into position, having to keep in mind the roller that it guides along. Then once it's in position, I take my really slender screwdriver. This is the only thing that the screwdriver is used for, and tighten it back up. Just snug it up. Don't strip it out. You'd be sunk if you had this set screw stripped out. And then test it out. It's riding nice. All right, and I'm going to set it on the maximum speed. This is also a variable speed jigsaw, and this is at speed 6. I can rotate it down, but I generally keep it on 6. Let's start off with the 6 TPI. Here we see the tear out on the top, and there's no tear out on the bottom. Relatively straight cut, but some tear out. Now we're going to swap out the blade, install the 10 TPI. Like I said, this is a lot easier with that patented collar that Ryobi has. From that we can see I even have a little curve on there, but I've got less tear out when I go to the end than I have on the 6 TPI. Now let's upgrade to the 20 TPI or teeth per inch. This is really good for scrolling, like if you have intricate cuts to do with the jigsaw. Almost no tear out. You get a straighter line with the 6 TPI. Now, let's compare some radiuses. This time, let's start off with the 20. See, I took my eye off the line there. That had very little tear out, top or bottom. Really did. That's impressive. Now let's make this radius with the 10 TPI. Now you heard that chatter, that is the bouncing when I make a turn with this saw blade. That's normal, but you get that when you don't have as fine a saw blade as the 20. Had some tear out at the top. I didn't have any tear out at the top with the 20. Now let's compare with the 6. Well, I'm very impressed. I expected a lot more chatter, that is bouncing with the 6 TPI. I didn't get that. But if you look at it, I didn't have much tear out. It followed the curve pretty well. But you have, considerably more tear out compared to the 20 with the 6. Now the bottom side is clean all the way around. This is the 6, that's the 10, and that's the 20. So when you get right down to it, there is a difference on the number of teeth per inch on a jigsaw blade. Like I said, this set has the opposite direction teeth. It's called a reverse cut. You can see the teeth go in the opposite direction. Now, why on earth would you need a reverse cut? Well, it gets right down to where you want to tear out. If you have a finished cabinet that you're not going to remove, you need the tear out to be on the back side of that cabinet. For example, in our old house, we had one of those decorative scallops that you see in the 70s and 80s above the sink. Well, my wife didn't want that. She wanted a nice, straight, clear cut. And I was not able to do any sanding because it was stained. That's when the reverse cut blade comes in handy. I just popped in my reverse cut blade, ran it across on a straight line across that, and knocked off that scallop edge. Didn't have to do hardly any touch up or finish work on that area above the sink. In addition, this set also has multi-purpose, which is great for PVC if you're in a pinch and only have a jigsaw to cut PVC. And then it also has the ability to cut up to 1/8 of an inch thick metal. We'll be covering cutting of metal in future videos. Have I answered all your questions about jigsaw blades? If not, drop them in the comments below. Oh, another tip for you. Hang on to the plastic cases, because if you have pegboard organizer in your wood shop, this is a great place to just store them. For more home repair and woodworking videos, click the image on your screen now, and don't forget to like and subscribe to Field Guide to DIY. I'll see you in the next video.